What's up, everybody? Bill with Honest Open Permaculture Hot Farm. Back at the chicken composting system. We are in bay number 2 right now. I'm gonna show you what I've been doing to it about every day. Oh, I take that back. Every other day or so. I've been giving these girls a nice little smorgasbord. As you can see, they are having a good time with the sprouts back there, and I'm just helping them out. And what I'm doing is I'm turning it. Let me show you real quick. I'm turning it from one corner to the other corner, just kind of moving it back and forth every other day. Plus, I want this material to heat up faster or to break down faster, so I need to be moving it more than just the top maybe 6 inches or so that the chickens keep kicking off and I keep putting it back up. So I want this to break down a little bit faster than it has been, so I've been moving it back and forth. And the chickens love it too. I'll come in and take a scoop out of this corner, put it back in, just put it on the pile. I've already moved this pile all the way over. It was in this corner that I'm scooping out. But as you can see, this girl down here, as soon as I, this one just got a sprout. As soon as I take and scoop, they're going after these right here. These sprouts. Who wants it? Hey girl. Look, check it out. Look, you want it? She'll take it. So that's one thing I've been doing in the chicken compost system. I have not been turning the stuff inside as much as I've been really messing with this stuff out here. Like, this is a learning process for me, so I'm just figuring out really my workflow on this thing, how much I need to turn it, how much I don't need to turn it. One sign to me that I needed to start turning this also is it was starting to stink a little bit. Not a good stink like a compost stink, but an anaerobic kind of nasty. If you ever had some chicken food just started to get sour. You know, that sour smell. So it was kind of starting to come out of here. So I needed to give it some air. And when I did, I saw how many sprouts were in there that the chickens weren't getting to. And that's just food going to waste. They tear it up. They love it. So now every 2 days, I'd say, I'm moving this from one corner to the next corner, and they get a nice smorgasbord. Let me show you what the coop looks like, the stuff on the inside. We will be pulling this out in this video also. So that means we're gonna have to take this and put it over here. We've got a problem. We've got this here. So now we're gonna have to take this in a couple of days and move it to our next section. It has been raining, as you can tell, the past few days. I mean, like non-stop rain. Not a hard, just a nasty drizzle rain. So we are saturated right now. All right, so we'll stack this up here. Get a nice pile going. It's warm everywhere at the floor. At the floor of this coop. They got like a heated bathroom floor in here almost. So it's our 5th weekend, a month in, and the girls have really learned about the sprouts. Because I've never really sprouted food for them before, but they have figured out sprouts. And they figured out when I'm in here moving stuff, when I'm in here scooping and stacking, that's a good time to get a meal in, some nice sprouts in. So not only am I learning, but the chickens are learning right along with me. Kind of teaching each other how to do this. That's just, look, whole bunch of sprouts. Here you go, girls. Look at that. Right there, tear it up. Poop stick time. A close up of what I mean about the poop stick. Here's my poop stick. Here's my flaw in the design of my chicken coop. The chickens roost up on these top 2, usually just the top one up here, and then the poop drops down here, falls on this. So I got to come in and knock the poop off the wall. Maybe I'll take, I don't know, I could maybe take this top one off, and so they don't roost on it. I don't know. I'm sure there's a simple fix. If you guys have a simple fix for me, let me know. Yummy. She's having a good old time searching for sprouts, bugs. Girls over there laying eggs. I want to get you guys' opinion on something. Inside this coop, you know how I left the top of it open like that to let gases from the composting process and from the manure, from the chicken manure, escape. But do I have too many gaps? I'm starting to think I do. I think if I could close up some of the gaps, it would help keep it warmer in here, and the gases would still escape. The chicken coop goes like this. So it's going back by the roost, it drops down. So the high part is up here. So I'm thinking if I closed off everything except maybe just like a corner up here and a corner up here, that since gases and all that stuff rises, it's gonna rise, and if it goes up, it'll follow up this roof and then go out the holes out that way. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know what y'all think about that. If you think it would help. Let's see. So I'm about to let the chickens out, and as you can tell, it's a cold morning. The compost out here is frosty all on the outside. Let's see. This is saying it is 32 degrees. Let's open them up, let them out, and let's check the temperature gauge inside. Come on, girls. (32.46), 36. So a 4-degree difference. That material is looking really dark too, guys. It is Thursday. We'll be piling up one more time today, and then we'll take it out of here tomorrow on Friday. Move it right over here. So let's move this a little bit from here back over to this corner here, so the chickens can get some compost action going on today. Oh, this is my not getting cold today jacket. Or coat, I should say. It's not bone cold in the middle. It's definitely warmer than the outside of the pile. Boom. There we go. All right, guys, another day. Let's show you what we got done. I didn't show you the work that I actually did. I'm just gonna show you what I've done. You guys seen enough of me scooping compost. I figured I didn't want to bore you with that. So Bay 3 is in use now. We're in Bay 3, Mission 3. The compost from Bay 2 came out. It's sitting here. Let's get a close up on it, show you what it looks like. It's looking really dark. Nice. The girls are really liking picking it apart. You get really close, you can still start to distinguish some smaller stuff, some leaves, some grass clippings. But this right here is ideal for top dressing any of your plants. Just putting it right around your trees, any plants that you already have that are established as far as food producers, annuals, tomatoes, you know, cucumbers, things like that. You can put that right around it, and your plants will love you for it. Ideal. Let's see what we got in Bay 2. We took out some of the stuff in Bay 1, which is the coop, and we stuck it out here, starting another pile. Start to heat this up. Tell me all about it, girl. Tell me all about it. It was starting to stink in the coop in Bay number 1. It's getting pretty anaerobic and pretty fermented, just a nasty sour smell in there, so I had to get some of this stuff out. I was hoping to keep it in there longer, because it was helping hold a temperature. Dang, boy, tell me all about it. It was keeping this place above freezing. So I was a little disappointed I had to take all that stuff out. I have not added anything in here. This is still, I took out this humongous 4-foot pile, 4.5-foot pile. This is still what's left in here. There's a couple of reasons why I took that out, and let's talk about that. The stink was one big reason. I didn't want it to be too stinky in here for these girls, since they spend about 12 hours a day in here. So the gases that were coming off the compost pile and their buildup of manure is not going to be healthy for them, not going to be good for them, and I don't want to keep them in there. I wouldn't want to be in it, so I don't think they would want to be in it either. Not only that, is it was getting too deep. If we look at the back here, you can barely see the cinder blocks right there. So, and above it is wood. So the frame of this coop is sitting on the cinder blocks, and then of course the whole coop is wood. Wood compost, guys, wood breaks down, especially when it stays wet and if it's in a compost pile. I mean, this is going to be essentially, the floor is one big compost pile. So if I get this material too high up, it's going to start composting this coop. This coop will become compost. That's not the objective here. So after realizing I was, a couple boards deep and thinking about it, like, man, I'm going to start composting this whole coop. You see how it's, these boards right here are a bit darker than these boards up here? Because the compost was 2 boards deep. And it was staying wet. And it's going to break that board down a lot faster. So that's another reason I pulled it out. The girls love it too. Gives them something to scratch through, peck through, eat. Keeps them busy. That's the weekly update on the chicken compost system. I really appreciate y'all watching. If you would, smash that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, and if you're interested in a different way of fertility, I have started a worm farm. Check out the videos that are popping in right now, and you'll be able to see the worm farm that I started. This is just another random compost pile.